Food. It sustains us. Yet, it can also harbour hidden dangers. Along its journey from farm to table, there are numerous opportunities for contamination. These threats are invisible to the naked eye. We usually can't see, smell, or taste them. Failing to practice proper food hygiene can have serious consequences. Foodborne illnesses can lead to anything from mild discomfort to life-threatening conditions. Welcome to our guide on food safety at home. From proper hand-washing techniques to ensuring your food is cooked to the right temperature, we've got you covered with essential tips. These simple practices can prevent foodborne illnesses and keep your loved ones safe. Stay with us to discover crucial insights into food hygiene that every consumer must know. Don't miss out. Your health and safety start in the kitchen. Let's dive in. The responsibility for food safety doesn't rest solely on food producers and manufacturers. Consumers play a crucial role too. Our kitchens are the final frontier in the fight against foodborne illnesses. By understanding and implementing proper food hygiene practices, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones. This video will equip you with the knowledge to make your kitchens safe havens. We'll delve into common mistakes, key principles, and expert tips for ensuring food safety at home. Join us on this journey to create a healthier and safer environment for everyone. One of the most common mistakes in the kitchen is neglecting personal hygiene. Our hands can harbour millions of bacteria. Failing to wash hands thoroughly before handling food can transfer these harmful microorganisms to our meals. Equally important is the cleanliness of our cooking environment. Surfaces and utensils that come into contact with food must be properly sanitized. This includes countertops, cutting boards, knives, and even dishcloths. A buildup of bacteria on these surfaces can easily contaminate food. Remember, maintaining good personal hygiene and a clean cooking environment is the first line of defense against foodborne illnesses. Taking these simple steps can significantly reduce the risk of contamination. Improper food temperature control is another major culprit for foodborne illnesses. Bacteria thrive in the danger zone between 5 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. Leaving perishable foods at room temperature for prolonged periods allows bacteria to multiply exponentially. Refrigeration is crucial for slowing down bacterial growth and keeping these foods safe. Thawing food improperly is another common mistake. Safe thawing methods include using the refrigerator, cold water, or the microwave. Always ensure that food is cooked to the recommended internal temperature. This ensures that any harmful bacteria present are destroyed, making the food safe for consumption. Using a food thermometer is the most accurate way to determine if food has reached a safe internal temperature. Cross-contamination occurs when harmful bacteria are transferred from one surface or food to another. This can happen directly or indirectly through our hands, utensils, or even cutting boards. One of the most common examples is using the same cutting board for raw meat and ready-to-eat foods like vegetables. Always use separate cutting boards for raw meat, poultry, seafood, and ready-to-eat foods. Another common mistake is using the same utensils or plates for raw and cooked food. Always wash utensils thoroughly with hot soapy water after contact with raw meat, poultry, or seafood. Storing raw meat, poultry, or seafood on the top shelf of the refrigerator can also lead to cross-contamination. Always store raw meats, poultry, and seafood on the bottom shelf of the refrigerator in sealed containers or bags to prevent cross-contamination. Implementing these simple practices can significantly reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses in our kitchens. Before we even think about food, we must address the most important tool in the kitchen: our hands. Our hands are constantly interacting with our environment, picking up a multitude of unseen microbes along the way. These microbes, while invisible, have the potential to contaminate our food and lead to illness. That's why hand washing is non-negotiable in the kitchen. Before we handle any food, especially raw meat, poultry, or eggs, we must wash our hands thoroughly with soap and warm water. Lather up your hands, ensuring the soap reaches every nook and cranny, including the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Scrub for at least 20 seconds, which is about the time it takes to sing Happy Birthday twice. By making hand washing a regular habit, we create the first and most crucial barrier against foodborne illnesses. Our kitchens are bustling hubs of activity, with surfaces and utensils acting as intermediaries between our hands and our food. Just as we prioritize personal hygiene, maintaining a clean and sanitized cooking environment is paramount. Countertops, cutting boards, knives, and even dishcloths can harbor unseen bacteria if not cleaned properly. Start by cleaning surfaces and utensils thoroughly with hot, soapy water after each use. For an extra layer of protection, consider using a sanitizing solution. You can use a commercially available sanitizer or create your own by mixing 1 tablespoon of unscented chlorine bleach with 1 gallon of water. Don't forget about cleaning appliances like refrigerators, ovens, and microwaves regularly. By maintaining a clean and sanitized cooking environment, we create a safe haven for preparing our meals. The art of separation. Preventing cross-contamination. Imagine this. You've just finished prepping a delicious chicken stir-fry. You grab a clean plate for your meal, unknowingly using the same one that held the raw chicken just moments ago. This, my friends, is cross-contamination in action, a silent saboteur of food safety. Cross-contamination occurs when harmful bacteria hitch a ride from raw foods, like meat, poultry, or seafood, to ready-to-eat foods, like salads or fruits. Always use separate cutting boards for raw meat, poultry, seafood, and ready-to-eat foods. If you only have 1 cutting board, wash it thoroughly with hot, soapy water after each use. Never use the same utensils or plates for raw and cooked food without washing them thoroughly in between. Taming the heat, food temperature control. Temperature plays a pivotal role in food safety. Bacteria thrive in the danger zone, between 5 and 60 degrees Celsius. Refrigeration is our first weapon against the heat. Keep perishable foods refrigerated at or below 5 degrees Celsius. Use a food thermometer to ensure food reaches a safe internal temperature. Safekeeping. Proper food storage. Our refrigerators and pantries are fortresses for food safety. Store raw meat on the bottom shelf to prevent cross-contamination. Use airtight containers or plastic wrap. Keep fruits and vegetables separate. Label leftovers and consume within 3 to 4 days. These tips ensure food quality and safety. Our food, as naturally abundant as it is, can sometimes harbour unwelcome guests, pathogens. These microscopic invaders, invisible to the naked eye, pose a significant threat to our health. Pathogenic contamination refers to harmful microorganisms in our food. These tiny troublemakers can find their way into our food at various stages. Improper handling and cross-contamination pave the way for pathogens. Salmonella in raw poultry and eggs, and E. coli in undercooked meat and produce. Norovirus spreads through contaminated food and water. Symptoms range from nausea and diarrhea to severe illness, including fever and dehydration. Beyond the realm of microscopic invaders, our food can also be compromised by chemical intruders. Chemical contamination refers to the presence of harmful chemicals in our food, posing potential risks to our health. These chemical contaminants can originate from various sources. Pesticides, used to protect crops from pests, can leave residues on fruits, vegetables, and grains. Cleaning products, if not used and stored properly, can accidentally contaminate food. Heavy metals, such as mercury and lead, can accumulate in seafood and other foods. Even certain food additives, while generally considered safe, can have adverse effects on some individuals. The effects of chemical contamination can vary depending on the type and amount of chemical ingested, as well as individual susceptibility. While we often focus on the invisible threats to our food, physical contaminants can be equally concerning. Physical contamination refers to the presence of any foreign objects in our food that don't belong there. These unwelcome additions can range from the seemingly innocuous, like a stray hair or a piece of dirt, to the potentially harmful, like glass shards or metal fragments. They can find their way into our food at any stage, from harvesting and processing to preparation and serving. Imagine biting into a delicious meal only to encounter a sharp piece of glass. Physical contaminants can cause cuts, choking hazards, and damage to teeth. Preventing physical contamination requires vigilance at every step of the food handling process. Proper food storage, thorough washing of fruits and vegetables, and careful inspection of food before cooking and eating are crucial practices to minimize the risk of encountering these unwelcome surprises. Let's face it, keeping a spotless kitchen can sometimes feel like a Herculean task. But fear not, for we're here to arm you with expert tips to make your kitchen a fortress of food safety. First, embrace the power of the 20-second hand wash. Make this a ritual before and after handling food, especially raw meat, poultry, or eggs. Second, declare war on cross-contamination. Use separate cutting boards and utensils for raw meat, poultry, and seafood, preventing them from mingling with ready-to-eat foods. Finally, remember that cleanliness begets cleanliness. Regularly sanitize your countertops, sinks, and cutting boards with a solution of bleach and water. By following these commandments, you'll create a kitchen where cleanliness reigns supreme, minimizing the risk of foodborne illnesses and ensuring a safe haven for culinary creativity. In the realm of food safety, the humble food thermometer is your most trusted ally, a secret weapon against undercooked meals and bacterial ambushes. Don't rely on guesswork or visual cues when it comes to determining if your food has reached a safe internal temperature. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the meat, poultry, or fish, avoiding bone or gristle, to get an accurate reading. Each type of food has its own safe internal temperature threshold. For meat, aim for an internal temperature of at least 75 degrees Celsius. Poultry requires a slightly higher temperature of 82 degrees Celsius to guarantee safety. Fish can be enjoyed at a slightly lower temperature of 74 degrees Celsius. Our refrigerators and pantries are more than just storage spaces, they're battlegrounds against spoilage. By mastering storage savvy, we keep our food fresh and safe. Think of your refrigerator as a multi-tiered fortress, each shelf for specific foods. Raw meat on the bottom shelf prevents contamination. Fruits and vegetables thrive in crisper drawers. Labeling is key for leftovers. Indicate preparation dates for timely consumption. The battle against spoilage is ongoing. Implement these strategies to minimize waste and maximize enjoyment. As we've journeyed through the intricacies of food safety, one resounding message emerges: knowledge is power. By understanding potential risks and embracing effective hygiene practices, we transform our homes into havens of culinary confidence. Each step we take is a victory in the fight against foodborne illnesses. Let us not underestimate the impact of our actions in the kitchen. Each meal cooked to perfection is a testament to our commitment to a healthier future. Thanks for watching. Do share your own food safety tips in the comments section and subscribe for more informative videos on health and wellness.